Alright, welcome back to another Embrace Destiny video, everyone. We are continuing our Girlfriend Plays Destiny series. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the series, the title is pretty obvious. My girlfriend has very little experience with console, first-person shooters, twin-stick controlled shooters, and yeah, after seeing me play Destiny so much, she wanted to give it a shot, so here we are. We're about, I'd say maybe 3 or 4 missions in, and it's been a really great experience so far, watching my girlfriend learn more about the game and you know, explore the world and stuff like that. The early part of Destiny, I haven't seen it in quite a long time. I haven't even been to this area in a long time. This is one of the first areas you're in. We're in the Cosmodrome here on Earth, home of the Russian rocket yard and some other things. It's one of the few places on Earth that you're actually able to go, and as such you go to it in the very first part of the game. As you start to gain more, you know, trust and experience within the Guardians in the tower, they send you out to explore the Cosmodrome, push back the darkness, and this mission is all about unlocking kind of some basically some satellite connections. There's an informational system that exists here in the Cosmodrome, and it's been disconnected, probably by alien forces. So the point of this mission is to, at least the starting point, is to fix that communication system and get things back online. So as my girlfriend plays, it's been a learning experience for the two of us. I mean, she's still learning the controls. Something that comes a little bit clear in this video is she's still learning about the jump ability, and she's learning more about the radar system. So let's start with the jump. In Destiny, you get the ability to double jump, and every class has a slightly different version of it. The Titan, that's what she's playing here, she just recently unlocked this ability. There she goes. Sometimes when you are exploring the frontier, you find it. So anyway, she just recently unlocked the ability to double jump, and as a Titan, your double jump is like a jetpack, basically. You can jump, and then at any point in the air, you can press it again, and it can boost you up, it can hold you in place. It's the most versatile jump in the game, to every other class's chagrin. Next, the Warlock's jump is more like a glide. So they jump, and then when they hit it again, they slowly descend. So you can kind of surf in the air. It's kind of neat. It allows you to travel great horizontal distance. Oh, looks like she has company here. One thing I noticed is that when players see a new player, someone with a low level such as hers, a lot of them are really friendly. They want to come over and make introductions. I mean, it could also be that her character is female. I mean, who knows? But it was nice. It was nice to see other Guardians kind of come in, salute, and move on. It made the world feel a bit more alive. This Cosmodrome is very empty and barren, and yeah, it was just a little thing. It's nice to see the community kind of being respectful and positive. One thing that bothers me a little bit, and I think it would bother me no matter the level of realism, is a lot of times when Ghost here unlocks or hacks into some kind of system, he just starts throwing technical jargon around. And maybe that's what people feel like when they watch something like Star Trek or something, but a lot of times the jargon is barely related. It barely makes any sense. Anyway, here it's funny. This other Guardian knows exactly what's going on. He realizes that she's doing the mission to unlock the communication system, and part of that is the ability to draw up your Sparrow, this kind of motorcycle hoverbike thing. So that's what he was doing. He was trying to say, like, hey, you can load it up, you can boost around like me. Which I thought was kind of neat, you know. It's I guess it's a rare experience for players to see a new player nowadays, and especially one who, you know, hasn't already seen the game and knows how everything works and blah blah blah. So yeah, here she is with her Sparrow, kind of touring around. Probably seen a few other videos I've made on this channel about the Sparrow Racing League, where all you do is race these things around and around. Quite fun. So anyway, yeah, and the Hunter, I mentioned the two jumps already, the kind of jetpack of the Titan, the glide of the Warlock. The Hunter gets a double, triple, or depending on the equipment he uses, sometimes even a quadruple jump. Which my friend, one of my friends plays Hunter a lot, and he, probably justly so, is not very happy that the Hunter that's supposed to be the most, you know, agile, dexterous kind of class gets kind of the rough end of the deal in terms of the jump. But it is what it is. I do miss the early days of Destiny, of exploring. I recently... A lot of people, when they play this game, in the way that arguably it's meant to be played, they have several characters. That's how my girlfriend is playing right now. She's using a character on my account that she's made and is leveling up. And a lot of people, they make several characters, all three, and they, you know, competitively level them up and play through the story. But interestingly enough, I have not done that. I have a secondary character, a hunter I've been playing around with, and maybe at this point I'm maybe level 20 out of level 40, so I'm only really at most halfway through the story. And that's because I've just been really enjoying my Titan character. I love the Titan class, I love how it works, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. But lately I've been watching my girlfriend play and seeing kind of the sense of both discovery and, this might sound silly, but being underpowered and overwhelmed. The game of Destiny does a really good job of allowing you to kind of track your way through gaining power and ability. The whole point of it is that you were given light, you were given power by the Traveler, the big orb that exists in the city to protect humanity. And as you play, you literally level up and gain new abilities. But I find that only toward the end, only certain things are actually threats to you. And a lot of things that are threats to you are only so if you are fooling around. And it's great to feel powerful and to run in and defeat foes that you couldn't have, you know, done a few levels ago. But it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit underwhelming, I guess, when you know, if you feel like a god all the time, then, well, how special is it? So it's been, after watching these videos, I've gone back and I've continued playing my my character a bit more to try and, you know, just try and discover that. Plus, it's interesting. You know, you approach things very differently depending on the class that you're playing. I find the Titan is very direct, runs in, deals with everything with a heavy fist. And the Hunter can, of course, do that as well if they want. But I've been trying to play more traditional. I've got a sniper rifle and I've kept my distance. It's been great fun because I think in all the video games I've ever played, I've probably used a sniper rifle for less than 1% of 1% of my total time. So I am not good with it, but yeah, it's interesting. So back to my girlfriend here. One thing that I noticed that is slowly improving over time, but a lot slower than some of the other skills, is the ability to kind of read the radar. So the radar that you can see in the top left there, it indicates motion and objective. The the enemy is red and the objectives are generally white. But it's a lot of things in Destiny are subtle, and you kind of have to learn it the hard way, or just learn it through, trying it out. And one thing that she's just recently learning here is that if an enemy is not on the same vertical plane as you, if they're not on the same level, then when they appear on the radar, they appear more faded out. And that's why she had a tough time just now, because she was 2 floors below them, and it said the enemy was right on top of her, and they literally were, but 2 floors up. So it's not that straightforward, I will admit. And sometimes, I played so much that it's second nature, but there are times when I think someone is right near me, and no, they're a floor away. So nice to see her using her shotgun here. You've probably seen that in some other videos. Some of these, when you play a Titan, you pretty much think that you can punch everything to death, and 90% of the time you are correct. But that 10% of the time, you are very incorrect. Some of the monsters, you'd have to hit them 6 times before they die, and if they punch you twice, you're dead. So, switching weapons, something that's not that easy at first, I admit. And especially every weapon handles a bit differently, so your aim is off, your timing is off. But she's trying to find the objective here. It's sometimes things are right on top of you in Destiny and you don't even realize. A lot of times, even when I'm playing in the multiplayer Crucible, enemies, you can just jump over them and they won't look up. They won't think that you're above them, and you'll gain advantage over them. So it's interesting how vertical space is, I don't know, how it can be used and how it can be kind of forgotten about. So you can hear in the background here, there's they say a distorted signal, and what that is basically you hear the signal and broadcasted over a radio station, and there shouldn't be any radio stations playing. Earth is basically abandoned and all concentrated in one area. So what that could be exactly is it's part of the mystery. My girlfriend recently admitted to watching some of these videos and realizing that maybe at times she can be a little bit too brave, which, again, is just a common symptom of playing a Titan. I'm not sure exactly if you get this way when you play a Warlock or a Hunter, but I know that when you play a Titan, you get a little bit, I don't know, drunk on your own power. You just... punching stuff is so rewarding that it's kind of hard to remember that it's not always your best strategy. But in the early game, it definitely is one of the best strategies, especially because the melee attack has a strong lock-on ability. Your character, like I said, will turn and follow the enemy a lot easier. Actually, re-watching some of these videos, my girlfriend and I kind of discovered that one of the best strategies for just kind of bringing yourself back to the right viewpoint is backing up. Oh, hold on one moment on that comment. Here she is collecting some spin metal leaves. So if I haven't discussed it before, the different areas in Destiny offer different collectibles that are supposed to be used to upgrade weapons and armor and such like that. And she just found, I believe this is her first, she just found some spin metal, which is the resource you can collect on Earth. So anyway, as my girlfriend's been playing, she's been finding that sometimes it's very easy for the controller or for the viewpoint to look up or down, completely out of focus of where you should be looking. I guess the unfortunately, I think she ended up killing the threats in this area, and they spawned back before she had completed her objective, so it's a bit challenging. But yeah, sometimes the viewpoint is out of frame, and one of the best approaches to that is to back up. doing so kind of recenters your vision and allows you to kind of look around a little bit more easily. So, see what I mean about melee being so effective? You just run in angry and it works. But it's nice to see her using her shotgun a bit more. It's in the early game here, it's pretty imperative. As you can see, some of the bigger threats take a long time to defeat if you're using just a fist or even an auto rifle. So she's looking for the second amplifier here to scan, the second mysterious radio transmission, and you can actually hear it in the background. Learning the radar is still a challenge. Sometimes you know, you appear to be right on top of something and you're actually one room over. So it's something I've been noticing my girlfriend improving on as she's been playing the game, and I have to admit sometimes in multiplayer it can be challenging too when you're not sure where the enemy is, if they're above you or below you. But that's going to bring us close to the end of the video today. I hope you like what you've been seeing. If you like more content and want to get notification of more, feel free to like and subscribe in the bottom. And thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you next time.